out your mama's racing stream.
This is VRN, your trusted leader in e-motorsports.
Welcome and happy Friday, Vigilante Nation. Tonight, Kentucky, sunset settles over the Bluegrass Hills as round 12 of the VRL Vanquish ARCA Series rolls into Kentucky Speedway for the penultimate race of the season. And a night where the championship picture comes sharply into focus. My name is Alan Vaught, and this is the Vigilante Racing Network, coming to you live from Sparta for an ARCA showdown on a 1.5-mile tri-oval built on rhythm, progressive banking, and the constant search for clean air. And while the field prepares for a cooling track and a tightening groove, one storyline towers above the rest. Chris Gomes, the driver of the number one machine. He enters tonight with a commanding 393-point lead and 7 wins. So dominant that with a maximum of 45 points available per race, simply starting tonight's race may be enough to all but lock up the championship. Behind him, Mike Adamson, Albert Anderson, Aaron Warren, and Andrew Cawthon are still fighting for position, pride, and momentum. But the title chase has become goals to secure. And Kentucky may be the night he puts it in his rearview mirror. Settle in, America. Kentucky is smooth, sweeping, and deceptively demanding. And tonight, under a fading sky and a fast-changing racing surface, the VRL Vanquish Series will find out who can master the rhythm and whether Chris Gomes officially slams the door on the championship when the green flag drops tonight. Now, we also invite you to join the conversation with us this evening in the live chat. Make sure that we keep our comments safe for work and at the level of sportsmanship we've come to expect from our community. And with that, we're going to get started with the race preview. All right, folks, tonight, 133 laps. That's 200 virtual miles here at Kentucky. The fuel capacity is limited to 55%, and these drivers have 3 additional sets of tires over the wall in pit lane. So it's 4 for the whole race because they start on 1 set. This series does feature 1 fast repair, so they have a mulligan should they find themselves in trouble, but only 1. Incident points are set to 25 and 6, and the iRacing controls the cautions, the lucky dog, and the wave arounds. I already mentioned the championship. You can see the points totals here on your screen. and just the commanding lead that Chris Gomes has over the rest of the top 5. Now, second through fifth is still up for grabs. Like I mentioned, 45 points available per race. So that can shift around a lot depending on the fortunes. But it looks like if Gomes starts this race and finishes decently whatsoever, he's pretty much got this one sewn up for the end of the year. And with that, we're going to duck over here and get to some live practice as they get ready to go into qualifying. Get you guys something a little bit better to look at. And we'll take a look here and see. Yep, these guys are still out there. They got another a little more than 2.5 minutes practice left here. It gives us a chance to go through some more information here for you. Let's talk atmospherics tonight. Looking at the air temps, like 76, or the weather rather, is 71 degrees. The track temp is 76 degrees. It's pretty humid out there. Not terrible, 61%. We're under partly cloudy skies and a very light 2-mile-an-hour wind. So be tons of grip out there, especially as we go from dusk into the evening hours. Weather will not be a factor. It's not going to be super hot. We should see a lot of grip and a lot of action tonight. And rolling down through the rest of the information here. We talked championship already. Let's talk about race strategy. So these guys should be able to get about 29 laps on a green flag run. Here's hoping we have some green flag stretches tonight. So you should expect maybe the last stop, they can make it the rest of the way around lap 104. We're racing 133 laps tonight. So around 104 is what these guys should be shooting for at least getting to that point for their last pit stop. But tonight we do have one onboard camera. Let me check and see if anybody else jumped in, and we did not. So we thank Dave Mayberry, the 29 machine, for giving us an onboard look tonight. And we're going to talk penalties here for a moment. So from last week's race, Auto Club, we only had 2 penalties. So the 14 of Dustin Eaton and the number 30 of Austin Fassett, they're going to be starting from the rear for this race because they had some minor incidents in that race last Friday. As always, tonight's penalties are proudly presented by my beautiful and talented wife, Lori. She is the heart and soul of this league, handling scheduling, offering driver therapy, and serving as our warden-in-chief with grace and only the occasional threat. We're all grateful she puts up with this electronic thunderdome of testosterone. We love you, babe, and keep up the great work. Now we're going to pay some bills. Let's talk about our sponsors tonight. Tonight's broadcast proudly brought to you by Trackside Graphics. If you're looking for top-tier design work or need a custom livery that turns heads on the track, reach out to Austin via the email you see on your screen, and he will get you fixed up and ready to race. Here in VRL, we're also powered by Wade's Pressure Washing, a family-owned Cincinnati staple, keeping homes, patios, pool decks, and driveways looking their absolute best. If your place needs a fresh shine, Wade's has the equipment, the expertise, and the hometown care to make that happen. You get in touch with Dustin via the email on your screen. And then finally, GC Cruise Travel, your stress-free getaway to a great vacation. Whether you're dreaming of a cruise, an all-inclusive escape, or a once-in-a-lifetime adventure, GC Cruise Travel handles the planning, finds the best value, and takes care of every detail so you can simply relax and enjoy the journey. Get in touch with Greg via his Gmail account here. And we thank all of our sponsors for being on board with us this season for both of VRL's series, as we are now going into qualifying, as you can see on your screen. Take a quick check on the chat. I do see Papa Anderson out there. Hello, and happy Friday, sir. Like so far, Lori's in there as well. We have 7 of you out there. Make sure you talk to us. Talk to Lori. She likes to chat you up during the race. Check out all the action. You are set for the race to begin here, so we'll just watch a little bit of qualifying. And we'll get to it. Mike Average out of Melbourne, Kentucky. Yeah, so this is a kind of a home race for Mike. And he's kind of jumping around on us a bit. Let me see if I can clean that up for you. Kind of going to random cars there. I mean, we're getting this is it, folks. This is the penultimate race. So tonight's race, and then we finish out this season, if you can believe it, already finishing this season. Season 5 for the ARCA series. And we're going to be at Charlotte next week. I think that one's under there. That's a sunset race too. Let me double check. It is indeed. So there should be some nice visuals for that race. And unlike other mile and a halves, that thing's, race is quite different than this place. Of course, it is a quad oval, not a tri-oval, so that's part of the reason. Dalton Scaife, Coca-Cola 69 machine. Right now, Colin Decker was at the top. Now Ryan Walton has jumped to the provisional pole. You see the rest of the rundown there. We got Walton, Decker, Robertson, Everidge, Anderson. That's Albert Anderson. That's your top 5. Deion Jones out there. And that very good looking Lori green Mountain Dew machine. The big Harry Gant fan, so whenever I was racing, Lori had to see green constantly. It's not one of her favorite colors on the track. She likes a kind of a white base coat, and it feels like everything pops from there. I tended towards the darker green colors, even darker than this, what you see on your screen. Well, these guys get 5 minutes to qualify. We're just now hitting 3 minutes, so 2 more minutes to go. Question is, will anybody beat Walton? You can see as a look at first, second, and third. I mean, they're just barely off. 100's down to third. 3 to fourth and fifth. So it's going to be a super tight field, looks like. That kind of invites drivers to get out there and really just go full bore on the first few laps of a run. Now, it could be a mistake sometimes when you get out there and just really chew up those tires, and suddenly you see some comers and goers. Somebody coming from the back who took a little bit of care of their tires. You're watching Jesse Redding head down pit lane. And that Breathe Right Strips number 21 machine. See, Gordon Spain's on the track right now, making his run. Chris Goins as well, your current points leader, and likely your season 5 champion. Edith Anderson out there saying it's a good VRL race tonight. Team 99 present, and hello to Lori. Welcome, Edith. See Nicole Decker in there as well, saying hello to everybody. She's pulling for the number 8 machine. Colin Decker is currently holding down second place. Kathy A's in the house, another 99 fan. Another one of his aunts. Good evening, everyone. Hello, Lori. Team Albert here. Go get them, Albert. We always appreciate the Anderson clan. They come out in force, buddy. Let me tell you. That's just how popular America's driver is. He has his legion of fans, starting with his family, but he has so many others too. See where he qualified at so far. So I don't see that as we're wrapping up qualifying here right now. Oh, I see him. He's in 8th position right now. So what we're going to do is they start to grid up there on pit lane is we're going to go through the starting order. All right, folks, first place, Ryan Walton was able to hold down that pole position. Colin Decker in second, Brian Rose third, Chris Goins fourth, John Shanebacher, 5th position. 6th is Trevor Robertson, Mike Everidge in 7th, Albert Anderson 8th, Jesse Redding 9th, Aaron Warren 10th, 11th is Deion Jones, and Dylan Bryant in 12th. 13th is Greg Parmalee. 14th is George Rincon. 15th, Gordon Spain. 16th, Scott Tice. 17th, Scott Milner. 18th, Mike Adamson. 19th, Dave Mayberry. Andrew Cawthon in 20th. Joe Canellis in 21st. Luke Chadwick in 22nd. 23rd is Timmy McAdam. 24th is Dylan Simmons. 25th is Dalton Scaife. 26th, Tim McAdam. 27th, Jonathan Osborne. 28th, Dustin Eaton. 29th, John Gallagher. And 30th, Austin Bassett. Now, you'll see Dustin get an EOL to go back behind Austin Bassett. Those two guys starting from the rear. And if you weren't here earlier, it's due to penalty coming out of Auto Club.
It's going to be a really long
That is your starting grid.
You cannot win it on the first 50 laps.
They have not moved off pit lane yet. Once they get rolling, it'll be one parade lap. And we're going to drop the green flag. And we'll see if we can get some green flag running here. Work some strategy in.
Please. Thank you. Also, it is 100% mandatory. All teams are working in here.
As like Lori's, she's putting out some rules to make sure these guys have their radio on. They understand, pit rules, things of that nature. Super speedways like Daytona and Talladega have additional rules that she puts out. They can't pass below the yellow line, for instance. That's a safety and a competition rule. Same thing for now. We do the same thing at Atlanta because it races like a drafting track.
There is also no changing lanes until after you cross the start-finish line.
We go. We got a great looking field here tonight. 30 competitors on track tonight for this Friday night action.
In the room with you has their all teams on and has a working mic. Thank you.
As I mentioned,
Can I get a radio
riding on that Toy Story machine. Also, let's check it out. Toy Story machine to kind of run through some of these paint jobs here. DSR scheme there. Looks like maybe Mountain Dew there for Colin Decker. Track bar racing on Brian Rose's car. The Dude Wipes machine, number 1. Hooters, number 12. That's Shane Buckler. Bucky's, that's Trevor Robertson. Rebel Whiskey, or Bourbon, Mike Average. Talked about the Breathe Right machine a little earlier. Alabama Light Beer there for Aaron Warren. The Mountain Dew machine of Deion Jones. And Superman himself, Dylan Bryant. That's your top 12. As we're rolling around here to take the green. We'll see this car pull off. Now, control of the start is with the flag man. Any restarts is going to be controlled by the leader.
Green.
There we go. Green flag, folks. Bottom line is going to get an advantage going through here. Walt's going to get away with Rose in tow there in second place. As they come screaming down that backstretch and heading into turn 3 and 4 for the first time. Now, cold tires might be a factor on these first laps. You see they're 4 wide. There's so many grooves at this track. You have options to go where your competitor is not. You got to find the grip. And short man is banging here between the Jesse Redding and the 51. A couple of times they had a little door action. With Albert Anderson there on the outside. So far, so good. Always a good sign when you get the first lap and the second lap under your belt here. We're starting lap 3. A little bit of a spread going on. Brian Rose is taking over the lead from Ryan Walton now. Scones is up to 3rd. Scones is charging hard here, trying to take that second position away from Ryan Walton. Not able to do it this time. Colin Decker there to the outside in the 8 machine. Looking to take advantage of the loss of momentum by Chris Gomes. He's trying to get around the second place there, and he's going in, diving it in there again, just so deep. They're side by side. This is really, really close action here. Hard to make this pass, though, because you see how his speed is limited because he can't track out. In other words, he can't drive out to the wall, and which means he loses a little bit of speed and momentum. Gives the advantage. As you can see, the 8 machine was able to get around him on the outside. Now, as the tires age, we'll see how that works out. This is really tight right now. As you see, the 1's in danger of losing another spot there to Mike Everidge. And he does. Now he just chooses to slot in into the same line. He's going to start working the outside. Brian Rose is your leader. You see the one gets a good run off of the off turn 4. He's going to get her back around to 82. Maybe even the 8 here. Nicole Decker out there saying, let's go 8. Yeah, he's up there second place at the moment, right where he started, so he's hanging on. Really tight battle here between the 82, the 1, and the 5. Dix is going to throw his hat in the ring here. Looks like he's going to maybe get a run on the outside. Oh, he touches the wall just a little bit. Should be okay. That is the 6. Trevor Robertson. Well, I mentioned that these drivers, they just go all out first laps of this race. So we'll see who's able to, throttle, feather that throttle just enough to save some rubber. Who's going to be fast towards the end of the run. Man, the 6 slams that wall again. He's just so close to it, pushing the Bucky's machine to its limit. Colin Decker may be going for, actually he's going to have to fight off or fend off the 5 machine of Walton here for second, as Walton gets the momentum on the outside, and the 82's looking to push through as well. That's Mike Everidge. Mentioned already, he's from Kentucky. This is like a home race for him. And there it goes to 6 again. That's 3 times, I think, in a row that he's come out of turn 2 and slammed that wall. He's choosing to run that kind of ultra high line. And I just hope he doesn't keep doing that, because eventually iRacing will damage his wheel most likely. A2's challenging 5 machine here for that position. It's going to be for 3rd. 1's going to actually get the momentum on the outside, maybe be able to get around both of them perhaps. Chris Goins is going really high as the 5 attempts to hold off the 82 low by pinching him. That may be to his detriment, as you see the 1 gets the momentum on the outside, which the 5 was trying not to let him get for the longest time. There we go. 5 and 82 are duking it out now. 82 gets away from him. Chris Goins at the moment got a 2 for. That's 2 positions for the price of 1 pass, essentially. But you got Mike Everidge fighting back hard on that inside line. And then Redding and the 5 are starting to tangle here. Maybe 3 wide going on. Chris Goins up to 3rd position now. He was able to make it through there. You see the 5 machine of Walton. He scrapes the wall. So much that picks again. You see him hit the pole again right there. I don't know. Maybe that's part of his strategy. I jest, but he just keeps kind of slapping that wall. Just makes me really concerned about how well it's going to hold up. Only 13 laps into this race. Colin Decker's got the lead. He has taken over from Brian Rose. There you go, Nicole. Colin races with us out of Milan, New York. A great run here tonight so far. Really good qualifying effort. Started in 2nd. He's up to the top position here now at the moment. Brian Rose in 2nd. Here's your 3rd place machine, Chris Goins. 4th, Ryan Walton. Aaron Warren and Jesse Redding duking it out here for 5th and 6th. Mike Everidge showing a lot of speed here tonight, running 7th. With Gordon Spain in 8th. Joe Robertson 9th. 10th position is Dylan Bryant. John Shanebacher's 11th. George Rincon in 12th. Scott Tyson, that 24 machine, battling with Mike Adamson. Mike's in 14th there. Races out of Sanford, Florida with a Scott Milner. Racing with Dave the Mouth Mayberry in that 29 to his outside. Scott's holding down 15th. Mayberry's in 16th. Oh, we missed Mayberry. Here we go. And actually, Dave is the only onboard that we have tonight. So we appreciate Dave doing that onboard camera for us, as you see him here. Looking pretty focused at the moment, David. How about Scott Milner already? Jonathan Osborne's in 17th. Luke Chadwick in that 9 is in 18th. Dustin Eaton's already up 9 positions from starting. He started with a penalty in the back in that Peerless pump machine. 9 in 19th. Timmy McAdams is in 20th. Deion Jones 21st. Andrew Cawthon in the Kubota Ford Mustang tonight. From 22nd. Started with I think he started with a car. Did he have? No, he didn't have a penalty. John Gallagher feeling lucky tonight in his Lucky Charms 123 machine. 24th. Joe Canellis in the 20. Out of Washington, D.C. He's 25th. Dylan Simmons is running 26th. Austin Fassett. That's why I think I got Austin confused with Colin earlier, because these guys are running on nearly identical paint schemes, as you can see right here. We'll have to watch out for that. Anyway, Austin's back here in 27th. Dalton Scaife in the 69 being passed by, actually, this is Tim McAdams' machine, the 67, with Dalton Scaife to his outside here in the Coke machine. They're 28th and 29th, respectively. And Albert Anderson, 30th. I think I can find out what happened, because he did not qualify there. Got back up front here, and we still have this man, Colin Decker, out front. Brian Rose, second now. Chris Goins in third. Trying to go back and look at this overlay and see if I can find if anything happened to Albert. Looks like he entered pit lane on the lap 0. Let's go back and see what this is and see if we can figure out what happened. Let me check. At the moment, I think, yeah, he's still in the lead lap, though. Tail end of it. I don't see him here. Maybe he had some technical difficulty. Nothing's popping here. Here he is. See any damage on that machine? This is lap 3. He's going down pit lane. Yeah, I don't see any issues there. See if he's got any damage. No, don't see any damage on his car. There's a cool looking machine where he put. He's not missing his hood. That's actually he painted that car. It looks very cool. All right, guess I have to pull him up and ask him. We're back live. Colin Decker still holding down the lead. Folks, if you're out there and you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out. It helps us highlight these drivers, and that they put a tremendous amount of work into these races all around, you know, from the paint schemes to practicing for the race to putting on the race itself. Requires a little preparation, dedication, and we appreciate them. Appreciate you watching. We see it. I was like, yes, you ready? You're going to hang on to it? He does. Must have gotten loose maybe out of the corner. Take a quick look and see. Oh no, this is going to be contact with him in the 51. Yes, he does a tremendous job. He gets down. It's like glass, or ice rather, once you hit down into the grass sometimes. Did a tremendous job hanging on to that. Still out there running ninth.
I didn't mean to do that.
All right. 25 laps in the books. I mentioned it. I thought they could go around 21 laps, so it's a little bit off here. Let's see. They've been clean and green the whole time. We should see some pit stops here soon. Take a look and see if nobody's headed down the pit lane yet, so probably a little bit of fuel savings going on, but not that much, so it must have been off on the calculations. You watch Dave Mayberry and George Rencon here. Also, looks like the 9 machine of Luke Chapman. Caution's out.
Check up, guys. Check up, check up, check up.
All right, we're about to see what happened to bring out this caution. Like it involves Timmy McAdam and Dustin Eaton. All right, here we go. We'll take a look at this. So you see 14 is next to the 10 machine there already. Looks like this is going to involve Cawthon as well.
Checking up on the back.
Here we go. So Cawthon is that 10 Kubota machine there. Andrew Cawthon coming up on the 14.
Yeah, Milner, I didn't mean
Let's
to
jump
shoot
on
it
back here on the board with him.
There, I appreciate it.
Roger.
He bounces off the wall, and once he touches the wall, you see it kind of grabs you, and you have to pull yourself off the wall. Sometimes when you pull yourself off the wall, then you go down the track like this, and this is what the result is. This little right hook into the 14. Now, neither of these guys are out of the race, so if they're your favorite driver, don't worry. They do have one fast repair in the series. And Dustin Eaton started with a penalty tonight and had worked his way up significantly. This is not going to help his opportunity to be able to get up there and challenge for this victory tonight. Looking through these drivers here. If we can't get us a word with that 14 machine here, Dustin Eaton. Hey, Dustin, buddy, sound in the booth, buddy, you got me.
Hey, Alan, how are you?
Hey, man, real unfortunate for you. It looks like you got a right hook from the 10, or right rear hook. Not intentional if you didn't know already. He bounced off the wall, and as he pulled himself off the wall, kind of pulled him.
Yeah, we were down there. We were down there discussing it. You know, it doesn't take any of the sting away, man. I was cooking going through the pack, but you know, it is what it is. I hit him last Wednesday, so you know, racing thing, buddy, racing thing. Still doesn't take the sting away when it happens, you know. Oh,
no, for sure. I mean, we ran 27 laps there, and you started with a penalty, had raced your way up to mid-pack there. You were looking really fast and sporty. Now you got to do it again. Think you can get to the front?
Yeah, you know, that's just more fun I get to have, Jess. You know, that's basically the way I'm looking at it. Glass half full situation. We're gonna get back up there and give them hell, buddy.
No, for sure, man. Did you have to use your fast repair there?
I did. The wheel was turned 90 degrees to the right. It wore a little more off the front than I'd like. It was down to like 80%, something like that. And
20, are you good?
you know, but it feels good. You know, it's perfect now, so we'll be all right, man.
All right, man. Well, hey, thanks for talking to me. I just wanted to get a quick chat with you. And let you know it wasn't on purpose for one, and just see what you thought your chances were.
Well, I hope Cawthon hears this, and Cawthon, I'm waving at you passionately. Okay. Love you, buddy.
All right, man. Hey, you can let the rest of the way.
All right. Thanks, bud. See you.
Yep. 14 machine. Dustin Eaton, we're going to jump up front here, and Colin Decker's your leader. All these guys hit pit lane. Ryan Rose, Chris Goins, top 3. Everybody went down for service here. Now you're going to see this pace car pull off, handing control of the race back over to Colin Decker. He'll be able to start once he gets to the restart zone. You see that painted blue up ahead of you. There should be a white line on the racing surface he's going to cross. Inside that area, he can start at any point. And there he goes. A really good jump on that bottom line. He's going to clear both the second and third place guys pretty easily. Jump into his groove and get back into a rhythm. Chris Goins trying to come through for second. Oh, Colin loses a lot of momentum in that turn. He's going to get passed maybe by Rose, and does. The 89's out on point. Colin Decker's in the sucker hole for the moment, right in that middle. Gordon Spain on the outside in the 38, and the one machine underneath him. Ryan Walton looking to also take advantage of this unfortunate position of the 8 machine. Cover your eyes, Nicole. Hopefully he's able to stop the bleeding here in a moment. But he is definitely not in an advantageous position right now. Yeah, just being in the middle like this, especially when they're lined up. You can probably get down on the bottom now since the 9 lost momentum, so that should stop the bleeding a bit there. He's going to settle into around 7th position. But Brian Rose took over the lead from the 8 machine, and he still has it with Chris Goins in second. But being challenged by Gordon Spain, that 38 on the bottom line. Here we go. 89 is able to get down in front of the 1. Hear that spot. Try to put a little dirty air on his nose. When I say that, basically he's trying to take downforce off of the car behind him, which, you know, kind of results many times in a tight condition. So it looks like they're just following each other, but there's a lot of cat and mouse games going on here. Get the slight position either above or below your competitor, trying to get to that right rear quarter panel so you can have the momentum. This looks like maybe that's what the one machine's trying to do, but he's got to worry about defending from the 38. Nicole's out there in the chat saying she has faith in number 8 car. Absolutely. He just got, it happens to us all. He just had a bad position they put him in. That's what the race car drivers are supposed to do to each other, put each other in bad positions, you know, aerodynamically, positionally. Oh, the 5 machine gets out of control right there. But, and there goes the 8. Now the 5 is going, it's going to be a caution. Maybe not. He's off the racing line. No caution yet. I think somebody else went around. There he goes. He gets rolling. No caution. We'll go back just a bit because I saw some grass from somebody else too. So here we go. We'll see if I think the 5 and the 51 may have touched just a bit, and that's what started this. Colin Decker's able to get up there. Oh, and then he touched. They hit. He almost had it, and there's the caution. All right, so there's another caution. This not this incident. There was no caution for the 5 machine going around, but Luke Chadwick, Dave Mayberry, oh no, and Colin Decker may be involved in this along with Dustin Eaton. Let's go check this one out. All right, we're looking from the blimp cam. You see the 81 and the 8 really tight with each other. Might be where it starts. No, 8 gets away from him. Oh, and then the 81 and the 9 touch.
Come on, guys, catch up.
That's Luke Chadwick and Jonathan Osborne. Oh, and Dominoes catches. Looks like Cawthon in the 10 right there. And the, oh, and look, got the 14 right there.
He's telling me to let you by.
This is an ugly accident. Gonna be contact right here. And then we'll have to ride with the 8 machine, Colin Decker. he really turns into just like a spinning top, and he's collecting competitors as he comes off of that outside wall. There was just nowhere for them to go.
123, where you at? Going into the pit.
Take a look at this riding from the cockpit. Dustin Eaton. Nothing he could do about that. He just gets launched. Unbelievable. You see, he just disappears for a moment there.
Contact. Assigning blame.
Oh, when the Vigilante comes in from the nether region to make a comment. That was pretty rough. Don't think I'm going to pull up Mr. Eaton this time. He had to use his fast repair on that last crash, so he's probably in pretty poor shape at the moment. We're looking at, yeah, he's not even on the track. All right. Back up front, Brian Rose, Chris Gomes, Gordon Spain, Trevor Robertson, and Jesse Redding are your top five. Let's see if these guys are going to hit pit lane.
Hey, Lord, my car flashed.
Like Colin Decker's probably going to be out of the race too.
Stand by.
Got a meatball. Andrew Cawthon has a meatball. He may have used his fast repair previously. You see they're double stacking for the restart. Looks like Andrew Cawthon is coming back on track here. I think. Maybe not.
But I'm at the back of the pack now, just in case.
Yeah, you see here's Colin Decker missing
Right
his
now,
front
the
end.
thing is really high, but it's going down.
Right, I think that might have been an issue.
39 laps complete out of this 133 lap event.
Yeah, you're going down now. You're not in the red. If you get too bad, I don't control it.
See Jeremy Gammon out there. Good break for Walton. He's got a fast car. He will be back up there. Let's see where he's at. Yeah, Ryan's back in 23rd at the moment. Don't lead lap though. Colin Decker's going back onto the track as well. Lights are out on top of the pace car. We're going back to green here. Brian Rose from the outside line has control. Leader gets to choose whether they start in the inside or outside line, so he chose the outside.
Green, green, green.
Yeah, he gets a good launch, and so does the one machine. Jeremy Gammon referring to Ryan as Rocket Ryan. Look at Rocket on the outside there, and six machine. Trevor Robertson, he is flying on that outside. He's going to take over second position. Also, Albert Anderson coming along with him. See if he's going to get clear of Gordon Spain in the 38 or not. Fight is on for second and third position. Like 99 is going to jump down behind 38 for the moment, but six machines looking to take over second from Chris Gomes. We talked about pit stops, and I think I said that they can go about. Okay, I was thinking 21 earlier. I must have been way off. It's 29 laps that I was calculating, so we'll see what they can do here. They were last on pit lane. 27. So about lap 56, we should see some more pit stops, perhaps. See a six machine still working at ultra high line. Trying to go back a little. A minute ago, he was battling for second place, and now Gordon Spain has it. trying to chase down Brian Rose, but Chris Goins is underneath him at the moment, looking to take back second position. Pretty good battle up here. You got Jonathan Osborne making an appearance in the top 5, up 23 spots so far, along with Albert Anderson, only up 3 spots from his starting position. We saw something happen at the beginning. He went to the back of the field, but the caution has played into his favor. He's back up here in top 5. As we see this 3 wide action going on with Jesse Redding. John Shanebacher in the 6 machine right now. Really tight. They're battling in front of them as well. Nobody's really just running away. This is a multi-groove track. Draft does come into play. It's not like Daytona or Talladega or anything, but it does come into play. Like you just saw that 12 go across the front end of the 21 and put some air on his nose, or take some air off his nose. And you saw that the 21 got just a bit tight for a moment, and the 12 was able to pull away. Oh, Mike Adamson, the 24, don't know if they touched, but it looks like, oh, and we see another machine, looks like maybe the 30 in the wall back here. Yes, Austin Fast, like he's going to be able to continue. He's in 19th right now. Races out of Eastern Pennsylvania with us. And he's also the owner of Trackside Graphics. Gives us an opportunity to let you know that tonight's broadcast is proudly brought to you by Trackside Graphics. If you're looking for top-tier design work, need a custom livery that turns heads on the track, reach out to Austin via the email on your screen. He'll get you fixed up and ready to look stylish in your next race. All right, back up front here. We've had some changes for positioning. Chris Goins was running in 3rd. He has now dropped a few. He's in 6th position now. Having allowed John Shanebacher, Jonathan Osborne, and Albert Anderson all got around him. Gordon Spain's in 2nd, and Brian Rose is still holding on to the lead there. We might be seeing a battle shape up right here for that position. Gordon Spain looking to put his nose on the inside of the 89. Not able to quite get there, though. Jeremy Gammon out there looking to see Ryan Walton get back to the front here. He's up to 9th. Did he take any tires on that stop? He did not, unless he took them beforehand, but it looks like he was last on pit lane at 37, so 10 laps after these other guys who are in front of him. So see how this works out for him. Right now he's on the march. There he is in that 5 Toy Story machine. Up to 8th position. Looking for more as he closes in on John Shanebacher, Redding, and Albert Anderson. But right now there's a rolling roadblock in front of him. Unless he wants to go 4 wide, which is probably not advisable. But he does have Mike Everidge breathing down his neck as well. One gets a little bit, looks like, into the wall. Being pull it down pretty sharply. About to go 3 wide with Shanebacher in 99. "52 laps complete." We're going to run through the field and show you where your favorite driver's running. Here's your leader, Brian Rose, out of Verner, West Virginia, holding down top spot. Gordon Spain out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. He's in second, up 13 spots so far tonight. Chris Goins races out of North Carolina. Started fourth. He's in third at the moment, but being challenged by this man, Jonathan Osborne, racing out of Woodbury, New Jersey in that 81 Daystar machine. Loses momentum there for the moment. Gets a little bump from the 12 of Shane Bachler, is going to allow the 99 of Albert Anderson and the 5 of Walton potential to get by here. And they do. They take over fourth and fifth. Jonathan's relegated to sixth position. Jesse Redding, racing out of Knoxville, Iowa. He's running seventh. In eighth is John Shanebachler. Ninth position, up 10 spots so far, is Dave Mayberry, racing out of Tucson, Arizona. Being challenged, though, by Mike Everidge for that position. Mike's currently in 10th. Then you got Kenny McAdam in 11th. Trevor Robertson in 12th. Mike Adamson, he's in 13th. Down a few spots. He started, looks like about 8th. George Rincon, out of Cumming, Georgia, is in 13th. Scott Tice, out of Avon, Mississippi, is running 15th. Austin Fassett, up 14 spots, in the 16th position. Saw his teammate there, the 8 of Colin Decker, who had a really bad accident, rip off the front of his car. Greg Parmalee, the 04, is in 17th. 123, John Gallagher out of Roseville, California, is running 18th. Aaron Warren of Jasper, Alabama, running 19th. Scott Miller, Pittsburgh, Indiana. Pittsburgh, not Pittsburgh. He's in 20th. Dalton Scape, 21st. Dylan Bryant, usually see him at the front of these things. Don't know if he's had some trouble. Running 22nd right now, down 10 spots from his 12th position starting. Deion Jones, 23rd. Timmy McAdam is in 24th. Luke Chadwick, 25th. Dylan Simmons is in 26th. Joe Canales is in 27th. Colin Decker is back out here. Got his nose back on, so he must have stayed there long enough. Let's see what if he's on the same lap. Looks like he's about 2 laps down at the moment. So, but and caution's out. He's going to get one of those laps back right now. I think Cawthon and Dustin Eaton are out of the race. We jump back up forward here to your leader. Here's caution at lap 57. I think I mentioned that about 56 or so, we just see some pit stops. So we were on the verge of green flag pit stops. And did not make it. And this crash is going to involve Scott Tice. Scott's in that white 24 machine coming at you. Right there. Oh, miss. Oh, hits the wall, which it slows you up immediately. You're losing 10, 15 miles an hour. Boom. Hits that wall. Actually takes the Lucky Charms machine in there with him. Sometimes you get target fixated and you just drive right in behind that other driver. Might have been... Yeah, maybe the 30 was having to check up a bit to stay off the wall, and the 24 didn't expect it, and that's what happened. Really tore up his car. Here's hoping he still has his fast repair. Got Tice.
Sorry about that.
We'll watch him hit pit lane here and see if he does fix that car. If he has a fast repair, you'll see it immediately get repaired. Otherwise, he's going to sit there and manually repair that car. Ryan Walton was able to get up to the front. Well, he's showing him in front right now, but we're on pit lane, so that might be part of it. Wait till they come off to reset the field. No, I don't think it's good news, folks, because I don't see that car did not get repaired immediately, so he must have already had to use his fast repair. He's changing his tires here. Maybe he's going to pull off.
Sorry, Trevor.
Going to work on it. Go up and take a look. You have a new leader, Dave Mayberry, up 18 spots. He takes over the top spot with George Rincon second, Ryan Walton third, Gordon Spain fourth, Ryan Rosen fifth.
I can see your gas tank.
as I look here, Dave Mayberry and George Rincon did not take any tires. Third position.
I know what's wrong with it.
All the way through 14th, which is Mike Adamson. So from Brian Walton back to Mike Adamson, they did take tires. Leon Jones didn't. Greg Parmalee didn't. Mike Everidge. So, Aaron Warren did. And then from Dylan Bryant in 19th on back, most of those guys took tires as well. So we're going to have some comers and goers. So when we talk about taking tires, not taking tires, what Lori generally does is she does not give these guys enough tires to make it to be able to change them every time they get fuel. So they have to pay their tire tax, so to speak. Got to pick a stint or a portion of the race where they double stint, run their same set of tires for 2 fuel runs. And some of these guys are knocking it out right now here at lap 60. So this race break segment is brought to you by my wife Lori, offering league organization, driver management, and ego control with optional disciplinary upgrades. Results include smoother racing, attitude adjustments, and the sudden disappearance of repeat offenders. For service inquiries, please contact Attitude Adjustment at nobs.pain, proudly enforcing no bullshit standards since 2021.
Remember practice day. I gotta remember something.
All right, well, I'm curious to see how this is going to work out for your top 2 right here, the 28 and the 29. Dave has the, he's going to be able to restart the race here. He is the leader. He's choosing the bottom. He's going to start from the bottom here. Here we go. Once he gets to this restart zone, he can launch at any point.
I'm sorry, back up again. You got interrupted.
Green, green, green.
Goes pretty quick. The great launch. That outside line does not anticipate that at all. Ryan Walton's in second, but pretty soon I think he's going to be at first. He's got fresh tires. Going to go right around the 29. He's not even going to be able to lead a lap. But this is a net gain for Mayberry. Then the move would be a good one. Plus, he's paying his tire tax, like I mentioned. Gordon Spain's coming through for third. Brian Rose is going to end up settling in maybe in fourth right here. Well, to get underneath Rose there, the 89. First place up there on his own, Walton, and then you got battle for second, battle for third.
Sorry about that, Dave. Y'all good, brother?
Gordon Spain's on the outside here. And Brian Rose try to work the momentum. If he gets Jonathan Osborne to help him out a bit here, he's probably going to make that pass in the next turn. And he does. 81 looking to come around with him. Jonathan looking really fast here. He gets a piece of the wall, though. Walton Spain up here holding on to the top spots. The 81 might have got a little piece of the wall there too, but you see Chris Gomes is coming back into the picture. Got underneath 38. Super tight racing here. You see these guys side by side. 38's in that Bass Pro Shops inspired scheme. Was really trying to get clear of him, not able to quite get there. They're super tight. Almost a little contact. Neither going to give an inch here. But even though they're racing side by side like this, you really don't see the 5 just bolting out there. One might have it here, maybe. Not quite. just not quite clear. Guys are keeping it very clean, though. And the one's going to go ahead and slot into third here for the moment. Make another run in it a little bit later. This battle between Osborne, Rose, Shane Bachler, and America's driver, that 99 machine of Albert Anderson. 3 wide in front of him. Albert races with us out of Washington, D.C. 2 D.C. drivers in here. Also Joe Canellis. You see the 21 scraping the wall there. Albert's up in the 7th position right now, but is fighting really hard with the 21 and others. He's on that low line, which is not always advantageous with the way the momentum's able to be so strong on that outside. If they start lining up on you, you can bleed off many spots all at once. Or wanted to get a good shot at this car. He was really stoked about the paint scheme. Get a little closer. I mentioned earlier, that's not his engine. It looks pretty cool the way they did that. Really good looking paint scheme. Look back off at his quarter panel. Gets you ready to dive it in there again. I don't see Chris Gomes pushing as hard as maybe I've seen him in the past. I think he's playing to see the 12 Shane Bachler touch the wall there. But I was going to say, maybe Gomes is saying, hey, you know, I need to have a good finish, and I can walk out of here tonight as a champion. As I mentioned earlier, he has a decent finish. He sews up the championship here tonight. He's already got 7 wins on the season here out of 12. Over half of the races he has won this season, and the other ones obviously had really good finishes. A tremendous points lead right now. But he just wants to go ahead and put this one away for the championship. Got one hand on the trophy already. '23 and 89 getting after it. 89 is Rose and Aaron Warren at 23. Back here and take some look at some action back here. You see Average in 82 scraping that wall.
Keep it low, Joe.
He's racing hard with Deion Jones here, and this is for 24th position actually. Greg Parmalee trying to choose which one he's going to go with here. He has options. I guess he could throw it in there 3 wide as well, but it might be dicey. We got Scott Tice back here all by himself. Let's see if is he on the. He's still on the lead lap, folks. Look at the rear of his car. He got it fixed up. That's good. He's back in there, but. See where he's at on the track here. Track map up. You see he's circled in green here in 27th spot. He's less than half a lap from going down. The pack's going to be moving faster than he does. So I'm sure he is hoping for a caution right now. New leader, John Shane Bachler. Up 4 spots from before he started the race tonight, but 12 looks strong, and now he is showing it. Taking over the top spot. Races out of Louisville, Kentucky. West Spain right behind him. Chris Gomes looking to come back now. Like I was mentioning earlier, I thought he was kind of saving a little bit. Playing a long game also. Maybe looking to take another shot at these guys by preserving his tires. Let's go back and take a look. As John came up and around lap 72 and 73, took over second spot and then first. Let's see how that went down. Here's Shane Buckler on the outside. A couple of laps ago. Outside of the 38. They touched a little bit. Both able to secure that spot. Fast forward a little bit here. Get some run on the inside of the 5. I don't know if the 5 missed the turn. What happened there? He just didn't anticipate. Maybe he thought the 12 was going to go high. Chooses to go low here. Anyway, that's how Haybuckers took over first position, but now he's got Chris Gones hot on his tail, looking to take that spot away. Gones hasn't been on point tonight that I can recall, other than maybe one lap or so. Really playing it strategic. We'll keep an eye on that. We're going to go back to the rear of the field here and work our way forward and see how it's going. We talked about Scott Tice trying to stay on lead lap here, but here's a battle from Parmalee, Jones, and Everidge. I mentioned Parmalee was just kind of sitting back there, didn't know where to go. Looks like he's figured it out. He's going to pass both these guys. At least he's trying to. You get forward, there's nothing more sickening. Hey, man, I think I got this spot. I'm forward of that machine, and suddenly to come back on the outside with that momentum just to thwart your efforts. This is what Deion Jones does here. Just forward of these guys is Mike Everidge kind of running all by himself in that Rebel Bourbon machine. Trying to chase him down. They still got a little draft on him. Here's Tim McAdams Sr. It'll bubble all by himself here. We get a little bit of traffic once we jump up forward here to 22nd. You got Dalton Skade from the 69. Trying to chase down and pass Dylan Simmons there in the 09. Dives in there pretty hard in 3 and 4. Like he's actually gaining some ground here. He is there. See if he dives in here again.
Pitting in.
I just heard pitting in by Dave Mayberry. Whoa, somebody pitted in there too.
I'm so sorry, Albert. Pitting.
All right, so here they go. Like a bunch of them were in at 58. They're pitting here at 83. That's 25 laps, so there'll be one more stop for sure that these drivers have to make. And caution has just come out. Don't know if that's going to be good for Mayberry and Mike Adamson. Both those guys are on pit lane right now. Looks like Dave's coming off pit lane. Mike Adamson. This might work out in their favor because everybody else is going to need to pit. These guys might just cycle to the front. We'll find out. Went a lap down here, so that's going to be the thing. Go back and find out what happens. It's like Brian Rose involved in this crash. Timmy McAdam went off track. We'll find out if he was involved too. All right, let's take a look over the shoulder here. And Brian Rose, that blue machine. Blue and white. Looks like they're wrecking in front of them. Oh, Ryan Walton's involved. The 1 is involved. The 38 is involved. This all started at the front.
Bob, I don't know how your front looks, but
This started with your leaders.
Thanks for pitting, Albert. Love you, buddy.
You're welcome.
Oh, that starts with John Schaenbachler. And the 1. Let me get you up here. Schaenbachler's your leader. At the 1 of Chris Gomes is going for this position. He finally got a little momentum here. Gets to the inside. Schaenbachler's not able to jump down there, but Schaenbachler's running high here. And he's going to run out of real estate. Almost runs out of real estate. So he's got too much turn into it. And when he comes up out of that banking, there's a little bit of a hump there. You lose a little bit of rear grip. And you see he goes down. Tries to catch it, but not before. Right.
I thought I got you, John.
Wow. Yeah. He hits the 1 in the right rear.
Sure I didn't get a penalty.
Let's see if he ends up wrecking here.
Good job, man.
Does a good job keeping off that outside wall. And the 38 gets a piece of it, kind of straightens him out. 5 gets out of shape for this. Get you a better kind of a chopper view here. Yeah, 38 doesn't know where to go. As you can see, that's kind of a tank slapper for the 1. He's trying to catch it. 38's like left, right, don't know. And then, Brian Rose just ends up clobbering the 5 as the 5 gets around, and the 21 of Jesse Redding. They're just all getting torn up here. 6 just barely gets by. Look at the 6 machine. Trevor Robertson right there on the outside. 51 gets by and everybody else is clear. But that all started with your leader, John Schaenbachler. We're about to go back to green here. So the 1 probably okay. These guys probably had their fast repairs still remaining. Actually, this is come on to the back stretch. We're not quite the point where we're going green. Most of the guys involved, since it was at the front, had been running up front most of the night, so they likely had that fast repair still in their pocket to use. Just reset you here. John Schaenbachler is your leader in the 12. Albert Anderson on that outside line there is second place. And he's got new fresh tires, folks. These guys all went on 84 here. Farrell Robertson third, Jonathan Osborne fourth, Gordon Spain fifth, and Chris Gomes there in sixth. And watch this pace car pull off from in front of the Hooters number 12 machine. He's going to hand over control to Schaenbachler once he gets up to this restart zone. Lori says she does love Dion's neon green. I'm glad. It looks good, I think. Schaenbachler gets a good start. 99 they don't do too bad on the outside line there. They're at a disadvantage on the restart since the leader is able to launch first. But the 6 of Trevor Robertson looking to come through, take over that second position, and bring the 1 machine. Chris Gomes with him. And down the backstretch into 3. Dixon's looking to make a play for the lead here. He might have it. Not quite. Schaenbachler fights back on the outside with momentum. And he's bringing Albert Anderson with him. Dylan Bryant's up in the mix here, and Jonathan Osborne. Albert Anderson trying to take over second spot here from the 6. 6 keeps fighting back on the inside as the 1's thinking about putting it 3 wide down the middle. He's there. He touches a little bit with the 99, ducks underneath the 6 here. Might get a little draft off of that 6 machine. He's going to pull him forward, perhaps. He's going to be clear of the 99. Might even be going to try and get up beside the 6 here. He is. Dives into the 3. They're the 6th at the moment, getting up alongside the 12. The 1 is ready to go. I think he's got to save him a bit here. He's looking to get out front and maybe start saving. Make sure he's not involved in another crash. Takes over first position. I think for the first time tonight, Chris Gomes to the point. Oh, a little blink from the 6th machine there of Trevor Robertson. Looks like he's okay and stable now. As you're getting after it back here in the field. Yeah, Albert Anderson Sr. out in the chat saying, wow, that was nasty. I'm assuming he's talking about that accident. It was pretty bad. But Albert's up there in 3rd position right now. It's this is going to work out for him right now in the moment. You see these guys just really getting after back here in the mid-pack. This is a battle between Luke Chadwick and John Gallagher. Where's Rincon here? George's on that outside. Looks like Chadwick's going to get around. He's got the momentum on the outside of Milner. Gets past the Lucky Charms machine of Gallagher. There's so much racing going on all over the track right now at the moment. Jesse Redding up here, door to door with Aaron Warren. This is for 10th. Gallagher got passed there by George Rincon. Scott Tice working his way back up in here. He's back up to 16th now. By the 123 here. Be tight. Right on board here. Driver cam view from Scott Tice. Passed by Brian Rose there on the outside. That's going to be 16th spot for Rose. Dives it back in there, though. Really putting a lot of wheel into it. You see the 82 and the 20 behind him getting after as well. Dave Mayberry is still in the race. Checking on him. He's in 28th position. Really just nobody around him. Take a look at this track map. He's only like a lap down, though. You see, circled in green there in 28th spot, so it's about half a lap down to these guys. I'm assuming he's carrying a little bit of, maybe a little bit of damage. Go back up front here and check on your leaders. Out to about a half-second lead here. This is the first time we've seen much of a lead from anybody tonight. Chris Gomes has one over Albert Anderson, who's now made his way up to 2nd. But, man, they are all over Albert here. And the 12 of Shanebacher looking to get around and does. Run through here and show you where your favorite driver is. Chris Gomes in 1st. Shanebacher here 2nd. 38 was getting around. 99 here for 3rd. And Anderson's in 4th. These teammates are working together here, but that's pretty off-center. Let's see. Hopefully they don't wreck each other. That's Ryan Walton in the 5 here. Running 5th. Looking to take 4th from Anderson, but Dylan Bryant is going to take the outside line. That's going to help the 99 stay in front of 5. Trevor Robertson here in 7th. 8th is Jesse Redding. Jonathan Osborne coming around his outside. Aaron Warren, 10th. Chadwick, 11th. Timmy McAdam, he's in 12th. Ryan Rose is 14th. George Rincon, 15th. John Gallagher, 16th. Mike Everidge is in that 18th position. Scott Tice. Actually, Mike just took over 17th. Scott Tice at 18th. 19th is Greg Parmalee. Mike Adamson, 88 machine out of Sanford, Florida. He's running in 20th. Joe Canellis, 21st. Dylan Simmons, 22nd. Austin Fassett, 23rd. Tim McAdam, 24th. Dalton Scaife, 25th. Deion Jones, 26th. Colin Decker, you gotta give him props, folks. He stayed in this race. He's 27th right now. See, he may be back on the tail end of the lead lap, too. He's coming around here. Oh, he blinked out. He's back. It might be one lap down. Yeah, he's one lap down. He goes through the field. Back up front, Chris Gomes still holding on to about a 0.4 advantage over Gordon Spain. John Shanebacher. Spain's now made his way into second. Ryan Walton right there in fourth. We're at lap 102. I mentioned the magic lap, so to speak, where they can make it to the end on fuel if they stop, is 104.
Sorry about that, Colin.
Right around there.
You good. Or Dalton, yeah.
Take a look here. Dylan Bryant looking to try and get around Shanebacher. They're pushing hard here. Went on the inside in 3 and 4, or rather 1 and 2. Now he's looking to the outside a little bit on 3 and 4. See if he can gain some momentum. Like he does. Question is, where is he going to go with it? Like Walton is mirror driving a little bit there. Trying to figure out which way the 51 was going to go with it. All part of it, you know. Got to figure out which line you're going to try and cover down on. Be dangerous at times, though, if you choose wrong. It's been a pretty clean race tonight, folks. We had 4 cautions out of 100 laps, so we're only averaging about 1 per 25. We're watching Ryan Walton here in 4th position at the moment. And Trevor Robertson trying to get around. Or he's in the chat saying, yeah, been a few incidents, but thankfully, nothing crazy aggressive. Absolutely. Need a 6 get around. Dylan Bryant here takes over that 5th position. These guys are all trying to chase down Chris Gomes. Starting to inch his way out a little bit further. He's about almost 0.7 now as these guys start to mix it up here at the front between Shanebacher and Gordon Spain. And Walton's going to put his number 5 into the mix as well. Corey's out there saying last week we only had 1 caution. You never know how it's going to go. That's true. A place like this, the way they're racing on top of each other kind of reminds me of Vegas. Vegas kind of races like this where the cars are really on top of each other. Now, if you have a really good green flag run and green flag pit stops in there, then it'll start to spread a bit. We've had just enough cautions to keep this field bunched up. As we look at the track map here, you can see the vast majority are all right together. 5, Walton has taken over 2nd position now. And he's going to try to set sail for that 1 machine of Chris Gomes. He's about a 0.8 second advantage right now. Riding on the roof cam of Chris Gomes as he is approaching a lap car here. I think this is Albert Anderson. Let's see, did Albert... Maybe Albert took a early... He did. He went in already. He took an early pit stop here. He went in at lap 105 knowing he's going to be able to make it to the end. And we're going to start to see other takers as well, like Mike Adams is on pit lane. Joe Canellis is on pit lane. Now, we almost had some green flag pit stops earlier, but right as they got started, there was a caution. So we'll see if these guys are able to get through the cycle here. Right now, Chris Gomes is out to over a second advantage over Ryan Walton. Actually, Walton something may have happened. Oh, he's going in pit lane, so that's part of it. He's being followed by Trevor Robertson there in the 6th. Aaron Warren is calling out. He's going to pit lane. So we're going to start seeing a gold rush likely. How long does Gomes dare stay out there? Got Walton Robertson on pit lane, like I mentioned, and Joe Canellis. Aaron Warren calling it. He's going on pit lane. Gomes going to stay out another lap.
999.
Looking back off of the rear deck of Chris Gomes, you can see Baker is his nearest competitor in second. You can see they're a good ways back there. Actually, don't even know if that's them. Let me take a look. No, that's him. Shane Buckler. He's not been to pit lane yet, because they're still staying out. Your top 16 have not hit pit lane yet.
69, 50.
38 trying to get around to 12 as fast as he can. He's already been to pit lane. Nope, has not actually. I looked at that wrong. Apologies.
24 pit man.
All three of these guys are dicing up pretty good here. He's making his way on pit lane. Twenty laps to go. Not much left.
81 pitting just stand by. 81 pitting. 12 and 6.
Here's Shane Buckler from second saying he's going to pit lane. I think here comes your leader right now.
67 pitting in.
Along with the 12. The 81's right behind him there. Jonathan Osborne.
4 car.
George Rincon. Timmy McAdam. Just heard the 4-car calling out. He's hitting pit lane. There he goes. Here Parmley's on pit lane. Here right now, Dylan Bryant has taken over the top spot, having not been into pit lane yet and choosing to stay out yet again. Jesse Reddings in second also has not pitted yet. The rest of the field are either on pit lane or have already made their stops.
This time, 21.
Jesse Redding in second's calling out. He's going to pit lane now. Let's see, the like 51's going in right here, and he does. 21's coming in behind him here. Those are your last two. So Chris Gomes at the moment. And there he goes. 17 laps to go. He is going to be your leader once he comes around one more time. Now, I'm wondering if he took 2 tires. So let's go back and take a look at that pit stop for the one machine. There he is coming down pit lane. Probably taking right sides only, I'm thinking. Here goes the right. So he only had about a 10-second stop. Got the amount of fuel that he needed. And he's off. So we know he's on 2. Aaron Warren's 3.5 seconds back of him. Ryan Walton's right behind him. Now let's see if Walton, he's been super fast all night. And he on pit lane at lap 111. Let's see if he took tires. Right sides.
Thank you, Dion.
And lefts.
Yes, sir.
So he's on 4. So now it's a question of in 15 laps. Here's your leader. He's actually pulling away. He's at a 3.8 second advantage now. As I'm going to pan back, here's second place. Just now going into the back stretch. Aaron Warren and Ryan Walton. Looking at the times on pit lane, Aaron Warren only took 2 tires as well. So it was a little surprising that the 5's not able just to go up there and get around him. But that shows you the power of those runs those guys were getting with the draft. Now we're spread out. We got that green flag pit stops. Now look at the track map. And that changes how your car races tremendously. Walton getting dangerously close up there to that wall. He's being pursued by this man, Gordon Spain, the 38 machine, and Shane Bacher there in the 5. Shane Bacher's looking to the outside here to the 38.
Pitman.
Here, Dave Mayberry going to pit lane. 13 laps to go. Does Chris Goins going to make it 8, folks? He's won 7 races already this season. Albert Anderson out there in the chat saying he's out of the race because the phones got busy. He's probably monitoring the work phones tonight, but he had to go. And we understand duty calls, man. Lori's out there in the chat talking about next week is the championship race. We're going to crown our champion, maybe here in Lori unofficially tonight, because if Gomes goes on to win this victory, his championship is assured. So it'll be about who can be the runner-up. And those guys are definitely all still pretty close. And now we've made our stops. We're 12, maybe coming to 11 laps to go. We're going to run through and show you where your favorite driver is before we get to the end of this thing. First place, Chris Goins. Aaron Warren, tremendous job. Up 8 spots right now, running it in second. He's got about nearly a half-second lead over this man, Ryan Walton, in 3rd. John Shanebacher is in 4th. Now, here these guys clutching and saving fuel. They must have barely took any. Gordon Spain's in 5th. Dylan Bryant, 6th. I hear that clutching going on and saving fuel. We might see some drastic changes in positions at the very end if somebody runs out of fuel here. Also begs the question, did Gomes take enough fuel? 7th place here is Jesse Redding. Brian Rose is in 8th. Luke Chadwick is in 9th. Closely followed here by the 81, Jonathan Osborne. Kenny McAdams, 11th. Mike Adamson's 12th. John Gallagher, 13th. Scott Milner, 14th. Scott Tice, 15th. Mike Everidge, 16th. George Rincon out of Cumming, Georgia, in 17th. Greg Parmalee, 18th position. Joe Canellis holding down 19th. Austin Fassett in that 30. He's in 20th. Dylan Simmons, 21st. Dan McAdam, 22nd. Dalton Scaife, 23rd. Hear him kind of feathering that throttle too. Now Dion Jones in that Lori's favorite beautiful green machine, 24th. Trevor Robertson had a rough night, man. He was super fast up front earlier. Just for 7 laps to go now. He's in 25th now. Colin Decker sticking it out. He had some trouble. Some really unfortunate damage that occurred early in the race. He still stuck this out though. So props to him, running 26th. And then Dave the Mouth Mayberry is running here, also sticking it out. Thank you, Dave, in 27th, giving us our onboard camera here tonight. Our only onboard camera here tonight. And Albert Anderson, Andrew Cawthon, and Dustin Eaton are all out of the race. Back up front with a 4.5 second advantage on the field is Chris Gomes, showing why he's probably going to walk away with the championship here tonight. Doing a tremendous job. Aaron Warren back here trying to fend off a charging John Shanebuckler in at 12. And, they're going to get together, going to have a caution maybe. That was close. John stuck it in there. He lost momentum now with that move. The 38's looking to take advantage to the outside. Really tight racing here. 5 of Walton's there trying to give the 12 a push. It almost gets into the 38. You guys are really pushing it here. 4 to go. Jesse Redding's fighting on the outside there with Dylan Bryant, the 51. I feel like there might be a caution coming on here, folks. We'll stick with this view. 3 wide. 51's going to get up there too. Around them both for the moment. Not able to drive away yet, though. I don't see much of a difference in tires in here. There is a lap difference, though. Dylan Bryant's got fresher tires by the number of laps. Ready to go. For the moment, they kind of work it out.
I'll say low, Chris.
I thought there was going to be a caution there, folks. So that's definitely what this man doesn't want to see. He has a 5-second advantage. All he wants to see right now is that white flag. If he can get to the white flag, next flag will end the race.
Appreciate it. No problem, buddy.
Coming around 3 and 4.
All right, man.
And caution is out. This is not what this man wanted to see. And just like I thought, I think there was an accident right in there where I thought it was going to happen. Here's Gordon Spain in the outside wall. Hopefully he doesn't sit here and trash anybody else spinning around there. He's okay.
Let me get the waiver on, would you?
Go back and take a look.
Checking up, guys. Checking up.
Let's get this out of your way. You see Gordon Spain, the 30 on the outside. Like he's going to maybe get a little arrow tight, hit that outside wall. And this is exactly where I thought the accident was coming from. These guys were really dicing it up. It was super close. Charging in there. 2 cars in front of the 38 here, so it's kind of the arrow it's not a good arrow position necessarily because watching him get tight maybe here a little bit. Not see, he just kind of pushes you out to the wall, and as soon as he touches it, he loses speed, and that then translates into the 12. The 51 is able to anticipate it, but the 12 is already on him. So gets a little piece of it there. Still didn't wreck. The 51 had the momentum on the outside. And just as the 38 was trying to come back up in front of him. Riding on board with the Superman car here. And there's the accident. All right, so one green and white checker opportunity here for this series, folks. I don't expect really to see anybody going into pit lane.
Go on by the 4, go on by the 4.
Hey, Chris Goins out in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Hey, man. I know you didn't want to see that. 5 seconds out in the lead. 1 turn to go before you get the white flag. Do you think you have enough to hold these guys off?
I don't know. We'll see. Jesse's got a little bit fresher tires than I do, so I'm curious to see what he's able to do. I think I'm going to take the inside here to try and block off some of that. So we'll see what happens. Whatever happens, it's just how the cautions fall.
Yeah, for sure, man. I just want to get a quick word with you. You have an opportunity here to go ahead and secure that all-important season-wide trophy tonight, and I think you're going to get it as long as you don't have any super bad luck here. Hopefully, you get a good finish out of this nonetheless.
Yeah, it'd be nice going into the finale kind of with that locked up, no pressure. It beats the heck out of the last couple of seasons, having to fight it to the very end. So I'll be able to kind of shoot for some trophies at the end of the next week.
All right, man. I'm going to let you get back refocused here. Good luck on this green-white checker, and we'll see if we talk to you at the end.
Sounds good, buddy. Thanks.
Yep. All right, here we go. You heard him. He's got a teammate to his outside on fresher tires. He's got Aaron Warren there. On the same tire strategy, I think, is the one. And then you got Shanebacher on the outside there, John Shanebacher. He has probably the freshest tires, so I think he took 4 in his last stop. As you see the pace car pull off here. Going to hand control over to Chris Goins, so he is going to have the advantage of launching in the restart zone. And here we go. It's a good launch. To bring Aaron Warren through with him. Looks like the 21 machine, his teammate there on the outside. Going to have to fight hard to come into the podium. 51 gets underneath him. Chris Goins gets a good jump. He's out to a 0.15 and a wrecking behind him. This might be the end of the race. Caution didn't come out though. Caution's out. That is the end of the race, folks. On a green-white checker, they didn't get back to the white, so that means the race is over at this point. The field is frozen. Chris Goins has won the race here tonight at Kentucky, and he has won the championship here in Season 5 of the Vigilante Vanquish Series. So now what they got to do now is just fall in behind this pace car, and they're going to pace out the last lap. And that's how they're going to finish here tonight, folks. But, don't go anywhere. We see you out there, and if you haven't already, folks, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Helps us out. Helps us highlight these drivers. Come around here. He's going to come around here and take the checker. So he did sound like he had a fuel issue, so he should be fine here.
Keep going and do not hit anyone. Don't connect.
Here we go. That's the 6th caution of the night, and it's the final one.
Good job, Chris.
Thanks, Larry.
There it is, folks.
Good win, Chris.
Your Season 5 champion,
Appreciate it, Dylan. Good job, man.
Chris Goins, and that number 1 machine. See if he does some celebratory donuts for us here in a minute.
Good job, Aaron. Good job,
Winning
Dylan.
the Kentucky 200, winning the season championship, 1 race before the end. Now it's about who's going to be able to bring home the top, the 2nd position, rather. And those guys were much tighter. So that's between like Mike Adamson, Albert Anderson, Aaron Warren, who had a great finish here tonight, and Andrew Cawthon.
and the Kentucky Wildcats.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to talk to your winner and your season champion, and we're going to get to you the crash as well. Go back and see what happened there, and give you the rundown of where your favorite driver finished. See Nicole Decker out there saying, "Great racing, everyone! Congratulations to Chris Gomes." I'm sure he appreciates that, Nicole. Albert Anderson out there laughing it up. See Bill's first always. I missed what Lori was talking about there. About the truck paint there. And here we go, where a burnout, so I was looking for from Mr. Gomes. Up in the green room. So we're going to do all 3 interviews here tonight, folks. We got Chris Gomes, your champion, Aaron Warren in second, and Dylan Bryant third. So let's go ahead and start talking to these guys. Hey, Chris Gomes is out in the booth, buddy.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
So you're able to pull it off. Yeah, I know, right? You're able to pull it off here. Don't know if they had anything for you, but I'm sure you didn't mind seeing that yellow coming out with it when it did.
I mean, from a standpoint of winning the race, yeah, I certainly didn't mind it. From a standpoint of wanting to race it out, you kind of look forward to that. But I think I was going to be able to hold them off there. I know Dylan had a little bit fresher tires, but I think position-wise, I think I could have, put the car in a spot to where I could hold them off. But I guess we'll never know. But maybe next time. But good race to everybody. I mean, it was a hard-fought race. This is a track that is hard to get any kind of separation. So, once you're able to and get some clean air, it's like a whole different experience.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, we almost got to a green flag stop earlier in the race, and then there was a caution that came out. So it kept the field bunched up. But once we had that last one there, you were able to gap the field by over 5 seconds after that. I mean, a little bit of tire strategy, but it seemed like right side tires were the magic potion there, because I think I saw Aaron Warren and I forget who it was that was behind him. I want to say it was the 38 machine. They were trying to duke it out. 38 had 4 tires. Aaron Warren had 2 like you did, and he wasn't able to pass him. So it seemed like 2 was really a really good option, and that helped you go ahead and separate yourself.
Yeah, for sure. With these cars, this track especially, this is probably the tightest track that we run as far as like just the car wanting to push towards the wall. So taking those right sides only is definitely helps it to loosen up. And it makes it a whole different car to drive when you're on 2 versus 4. So I know that I've done it in the past at other places. I think some people kind of catching on to certain things when it's the right time. My teammates there, I know Jesse was on 2 as well, and I think he got all the way up to second there before that restart. We just kind of didn't time the restart exactly right, but we'll take a Track Bar Motorsports 3 out of the top 5. We'll definitely take it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Bringing home the trophy here in Kentucky, also bringing home the overall hardware for the season. Congratulations on that. Before I let you go, do you have any shout outs for teams, fans, or family?
Yeah, just shout out to all my teammates, Jesse and Brian. Like I said, they finished I think 4th and 5th respectively. So great race to those guys as well. Shout out to everybody in this league. I mean, it's just a lot of fun running these guys. Hard racing, door-to-door racing, a little bit of beating and banging. There's little frustrations mixed in there, but it is what it is, and that's part of racing. So just shout out Lori for everything that she does week in and week out. I mean, she puts up with a lot, but she also and she does a lot for us, and we greatly appreciate that and the time that you put in to VRN and being able to go back and watch and check these out, and for anybody to be able to watch them. But also shout out Trackside Graphics, GC Cruise Lines. I know I'm missing. Oh, Wade's. Yeah,
Wade's Pressure Washing.
Those guys for coming on board as sponsors as well. So we appreciate everything that they put into it as well. So I look forward to Charlotte next week. A little bit of pressure taken off of us for the end of the season as far as the championship goes, but we're certainly going to go out there and shoot for that race win.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, congratulations on both accounts, the Kentucky win and the championship here in season 5 of the Vanquish Series, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, buddy. Have a good night.
Yeah, good night. All right, folks, that was the top step. We're going to go down one more step on the podium here to Mr. Aaron Warren. in that 23 Alabama light machine. Having a tremendous run here tonight, and get a little discussion with him. Hey, Aaron, it's down in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Good evening. Got
Hey, man, what a run you had tonight. Up 8 positions. I think you started in 10th, brought it home second. You looked strong all night. Clearly, you had a fast car, even with your qualifying, but you were out there making a lot of good moves, man. I thought you had a chance to win this thing. What more did you need?
Just more fuel and more tire. I took 2 tires on the last stop, just trying to leapfrog the field a little bit. I was kind of disheartened when I saw that caution come out. I thought I was toast, but we took the green. I had 1.7 laps of fuel left, and I was real ecstatic to see that last caution because there was no way I was going to make it to the end and hold off the field.
Oh, wow.
To maintain second. Yeah.
That's talk about close. I'm sure you were pretty happy to see that caution come out there. And how did this track race tonight? It looked like super tight racing most of the night until we got to that one green flag pit stop, and we saw a little bit of separation in the field.
Yeah, it was hard to pass, hard to maintain your position. It was just you had to hit your marks every corner, and one mistake just cost you momentum, especially in 3 and 4. It was key to enter right and exit correctly, and just keep that momentum down the front stretch. And then 1 and 2 is basically just kind of feather it through there a little bit, and then flat foot it off the corner and maintain momentum down the back stretch and try to hook up with a fast car in front of you to maintain that draft. The draft is so key in these cars. They're so aero dependent, especially on the front stretch and back stretch, that if you're not in the right lane, you're going to get past 2-3 positions.
I know for sure as we're going into the final race of the season, man, you've had a tremendous season. You're currently sitting 3rd in the points. Not that far back of Michael Adamson. Now, Chris Gomes was able to sew up the championship here tonight. But 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, man, they're all kind of up for grabs here. But you're leading the way, or actually you're in 3rd, closing in on Michael Adamson. Do you think you got a chance to get to him?
You never know. The last race of the season, Charlotte, one of my favorite tracks. It's just all about momentum there as well. It's a very draft dependent track for these cars, and it's so tight racing that you hit that wall off exit 4 and you'll take 3 and 4 cars out with you. So it's just a war of attrition and just maintaining that pace the whole race, and then getting on and off pit road at Charlotte is so critical. I've screwed myself the last 2 or 3 races. Just mistakes on pit road on the last pit stop, either speeding, overshooting my pits, that's cost me 4 or 5 positions. So,
well, you had a great run here tonight, Chris. Congratulations on that. Excuse me, Aaron. I was just talking to Chris. Yeah, congratulations on the 2nd place finish. But before I let you go, do you have any shout outs for teams, fans, or family?
shout out to my wife, Amy, my boy, Luke, and Dylan sitting in the lobby with me and cheering me on, and anybody else out there that's a Alabama light drinker, let's go.
Yeah, for sure, man. We'll see you at Charlotte next week.
Thank you, buddy. Sure thing.
Yeah, man. All right, folks. That was your 2nd place finisher tonight, Mr. Aaron Warren in that 23 Jasper, Alabama light machine, as he mentioned. And we're going to go one more step down the podium to Dylan Bryant, bringing it home 3rd here tonight. Superman himself, starting in 9 positions up after that. Hey, Dylan, it's down in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Sure, I got you. What's going on?
So, hey, man, a great run for you tonight. Opportunity to win the race at the end there. In fact, starting 12th, made it up 9 positions. 3rd step of the podium. How was your race tonight overall? Looked like a lot of really tough battling.
Yeah, long. Between the internet issues and me going to the back on purpose to keep from causing any more troubles, and then on top of that, I hate these cars too. So it was a long night. I mean, I'm shocked I got third to be honest, but if it weren't for that last incident, I guess I might have been a ghost out there. I guess I ain't sure, but if it weren't for that, I would have been like probably fifth place. But yeah, I can't complain much. I'm just here to win races and not race for points this season. But that being said, I ain't trying to screw up anybody else's points.
Yeah, man, it was tough sledding out there tonight, and you sound like Denny Hamlin. Hey, man, all I care about is wins, but that's what winners usually care about, right? So, hey, man, are you looking forward to racing Charlotte next week at least?
I love Charlotte to death. I'm just not looking forward to these cars, but I give it a shot. Um, I I would say that I kind of learn quick, but it should be a lot of tight racing like it was tonight. Passing should be a little bit easier than it was here, and cars can hold you up and do slide jobs on you and stuff really bad here. So Charlotte's I think is a little easier to manage.
All right, man. Well, hey, we're looking forward to seeing you on track next week. But before I let you go, do you have any shout outs for teams, fans, or family?
Yeah, of course. As always, Team All Star with Albert and Mike. So shout out to them. I'm not too sure where they finished at, but um, definitely enjoy being on I've been on All Star Racing and of course everything that you do for us, Alan, on and off the track in the broadcast booth. Hell of a job, and I know that y'all got lots of stuff going on and stuff too, and y'all still allow us to race. And then of course on the key to it all, Lori. You shout out to her, and I definitely appreciate everything that she does for us on and off the track as always, and then the sponsors that helps out everybody, um, and Trackside graphics, and I ain't sure if waste
Wage,
pressure
yeah, wage
washing.
pressure washing and GC Cruise. Yep.
Yeah, so shout out to them as well, and yeah, I look forward to going back and watching the broadcast as always, and I'll catch y'all next week.
Yeah, but we look forward to seeing you in Charlotte. Congratulations on the podium finish tonight.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. All right, folks, that was your third place finisher, Mr. Dylan Bryant. We're going to jump over here and take a last check on everything before we get going. Get your results up here. Actually, I meant to, before we do that, I know you guys, I try to go back and show you what happened in that last accident. So let's go take a look at that if we can. Here it goes right here. This is this last yellow flag here. Go back and take a quick look. That Colin Decker was involved. Looks like it starts way up in front of these guys. Oh, the 12 is off. Go back and look at the 12, folks. We'll go to Shane Bockler. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this started. This is like the second. This is the final caution before. This must have been really early. So I don't know. It's not showing this to us, folks. So unfortunately, I'm not be able to show that to you. So we'll go ahead and get back into the results quickly. All right, here's how things finished up here tonight. Chris Goins first. Aaron Warren second. Dylan Bryant third. Jesse Redding fourth. Brian Rose fifth. Jonathan Osborne sixth place. Scott Tice seventh. I mean, hard fought rather, seventh place. Scott stayed in it. Good job. Jimmy McAdam, 8th. George Rincon, 9th. Luke Chadwick, 10th. Scott Milner, 11th. Mike Evers, 12th. Ryan Walton, 13th. John Gallagher, 14th. Greg Parmalee, 15th. Mike Adamson, 16th. Tim McAdams, 17th. 18th, John Shanebuckler. 19th, Gordon Spain. Dylan Simmons, 20th. Austin Fassett, 21st. Dion Jones, 22nd. Trevor Robertson, 23rd. Colin Decker, 24th. Dave Mayberry, 25th. Dalton Scaife, 26th. Joe Canellis, 27th. Albert Anderson, 28th. He had some work issues pop up. Andrew Cawthon, 29th. And Dustin Eaton rounds out your field in 30th. Got knocked out pretty early in the race. And before we exit, tonight's race was brought to you by Trackside Graphics. If you're looking for top-tier design work or need custom liveries, get in touch with Austin via the info on your screen here. Also, we're powered by Wage Pressure Washing, family-owned Cincinnati staple, keeping homes, patios, pool decks, and driveways looking their best. Get in touch with Dustin via this email if you need some assistance with that. And then finally, GC Cruise Travel, your stress-free getaway to a great vacation, whether you're dreaming of a cruise or an all-inclusive escape or just that once-in-a-lifetime adventure. Get in touch with Greg via the GC Cruise at Gmail account that you see on your screen. And then as we wrap things up tonight, I want to give one last shout out to my wife, Lori. She keeps this league organized, keeps me grounded, and somehow still cheers us on every week. You're the real star of the show, babe. We love you. So, folks, that's round 12. As I mentioned a couple of times, that was the penultimate race. We have the championship race, or the final race in this case, the next week at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Make sure you tune in no later than 8:50 p.m. on Friday, the 31st of July, so you don't miss out on any of the racing action. But until then, race fans, stay sharp, stay fast, and above all else, stay vigilante. And we'll see you next time. Good night.
This ain't your mama's racing stream.